Welcome to my channel. Today, we are going to look at one of the Shona traditions of paying Lobola. One can look at the subject of Lobola from many angles, but as for today, I am going to focus on tradition versus modernity through a Shona story. In this story, the key relationships explored are the relationship between Tawanda and Chipo, who are deeply in love but face the challenge of blending their modern and traditional values. Mukuru is a guardian of Shona traditions, a go-between, an advisor, who holds the key to their union. Amai Chipo provides emotional support and guidance to both Chipo and Tawanda. Central conflict. The story revolves around the conflict between tradition and modernity, focusing on the Lobola bride price negotiations. Tawanda struggles to balance his modern ideals with the traditional expectations of Chipo's family, ultimately learning the importance of respecting and integrating cultural heritage. Before I dive deeper into the story, I want to give you a gentle nudge to subscribe, that is if you haven't done so. This helps me a lot to continue creating more videos about Shona traditions and culture. The story outline begins. Scene 1, the village setting. In a quiet Shona village, in Mondoro, we are going to meet two people where tradition and modernity are about to clash. Tawanda, a young man from the city, has fallen in love with Chipo, a woman deeply rooted in her cultural heritage. Scene 2, Tawanda and Chipo's love. Tawanda and Chipo's love blossomed despite their different upbringings. They shared dreams of a future together, but there was one significant hurdle: Lobola. Scene 3, the Lobola negotiation begins. The time came for Tawanda to approach the guardian, Mukuru, to discuss Lobola. Mukuru, a respected elder, valued the customs passed down through generations. Scene 4, Tawanda's modern perspective. Tawanda tried to explain his modern perspective, suggesting that love should transcend material wealth. Mukoma Mukuru, Tawanda said, in today's world, love and respect matter more than cows and money. Scene 5, Mukuru's traditional values. Mukuru, however, held firm to tradition. Tawanda, my son, he began, Lobola is not just about wealth. It is about respect, unity, and the bond between our families. Scene 6, Tawanda's reflection and decision. Tawanda reflected deeply under the shade of a baobab tree. He realized that to truly be with Chipo, he needed to honor her heritage as much as his love for her. Scene 7, the blended agreement. With newfound understanding, Tawanda approached Mukuru again. This time, he offered a blend of traditional gifts and modern gestures, symbolizing his respect for both their worlds. Although at first, Tawanda struggled to balance his modern ideals with the traditional expectations of Chipo's family, he understood in the end. After learning from Mukuru the importance of respecting and integrating cultural heritage, he made a very important decision to pay Lobola. Welcome to the next segment where we look at the Lobola list for Tawanda. Before we do that, let's take a look back. What does paying Lobola involve? In Zimbabwe, the Shona practice of Lobola, also known as bride price or Roora, is a traditional custom that involves the groom's family providing a gift, often as cattle or money, to the bride's family. The amount and specifics of Lobola can vary significantly depending on various factors, such as the families involved, their negotiations, and regional customs. These are the charges that might apply for Shona Lobola. Let's take a look at Tawanda's Lobola list. 1. The families meet to discuss the Lobola and establish a relationship. This usually involves a small fee to cover the cost of the meeting, often referred to as 2. This fee is a token of appreciation given to the bride's family, symbolizing the introduction of the groom's intentions. It might be a small amount, such as $10 to $50. 3. A token of respect given to the bride's father, often ranging from $50 to $200. Bride price, Roora/Magarero. The main portion of the Lobola, which can include cattle. Traditionally, Lobola was paid in cattle. Today, this might be converted into monetary terms, with one cow typically valued at around $300 to $500. Cash payment. The amount can vary greatly, from a few $100s to several $1,000s, depending on the family's agreement. It is not uncommon for the total cash payment to range from $1,000 to $10,000 or more. 4. The gift to the bride's mother for her role in raising the bride, often around $100 to $500. 5. Tokens given to the bride's siblings as a sign of respect, typically small amounts ranging from $20 to $100 each. 5. Additional fees. There might be other smaller fees or gifts required for specific family members or ceremonial purposes, varying by family and tradition. Let me clarify this. What Towanda ended up paying is the ultimate result of the negotiations that went forth and back. The tricky part with paying Lobola is that the exact amounts and specific requirements for Lobola are highly negotiable and are influenced by the family's discussions, their socioeconomic status, and modern adaptations of the practice. What I am simply saying is that there is no stipulated amount of Lobola. It depends on the family you are uniting with and so many factors that come to it. Scene 8. The celebration. After paying Lobola, preparations for the big day began. On the big day, the village erupted in celebration. Towanda and Chipo's union was a testament to the harmony that can be achieved when tradition meets modernity. Their story became an inspiration for many, showing that respect and love could bridge any gap. Do you think the Lobola Towanda paid was reasonable? Please let's help each other by sharing our experiences. Some of us are going to get married at some point, or our children will get married. Can't wait to hear how much people are being charged out there. Leave a comment.